Good morning. Who remembers Orson? He's been around on this channel for longer than Ernie has. I've been cat sitting him like once or twice a year for the last like 5 or 6 years. He's an old man now. He's like 17. Oh, sorry. He's 17. He's so old, but he's so cute. Anyway, hi. Good morning. Like I said, I'm cat sitting, so I am not in my place or my parents' place at this point. We are currently, or at least as I'm filming this, in the first week of April, which means there are 2 months until summer, which means there's about 2 months until a lot of us have a goal to look and feel our best. So today, I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about what my summer goals are, what my current aesthetic goals are, what my health goals are, how I plan on achieving all of this, etc. I figured I might start like a little series, kind of like taking you on this journey with me, because it's been a long time since I've had an aesthetic related goal. Like basically for the last 2 years, my main focus has just been my health, because my health was not optimal. And so I took the time, I had the patience, focused on my health, and now I'm at a point where I'm feeling really good, and I feel like it's time to change my goals because I pretty much have accomplished my health related goals, and I think it'd be fun to have an aesthetic based goal because I enjoy training in that way. It's honestly a coincidence that it's almost summer. This is just how the timing for everything worked out for me. So anyway, today I just want to talk to you kind of about like what my goals are, what I'm doing to get there, how I'm doing it in a healthy way, what I'm focusing on, how I'm changing things, and how you can change your focus and change some things in your life to maybe achieve somewhat similar goals. And here's the big like beginning of the video disclaimer. I'm probably gonna call this series something like Summer Shred, or, and I know that's not original, I don't know, something along those lines. But at least 90% of what I am doing to achieve my aesthetic goals are just things that are overall healthier. Like most of what I'm doing is not directly for fat loss or any like specific aesthetic. It's just a general collection of things that make achieving any aesthetic goal or performance or health goal you have a lot easier. So even if you're not trying to lose fat right now, you're gonna get something out of this video. And I want to talk more about like specifically what I'm trying to achieve with fat loss in a bit. But first, I am hungry, so I'm gonna go get some food. As I am cat sitting and I just got here yesterday, I have not had time to cook or find things or do any sort of prepping. That's gonna happen later today, so I'm just gonna go walk down the street, find a little something something, eat that something something. I'll show you what I get. Let's go. Alright, so for breakfast, got a little power oatmeal, some oats with some pea protein, peanut butter, a little bit of banana. It said chia seeds on the menu. Yeah, there's chia seeds in there. Let's give it a little try. It's so good. Do I just suck at making oatmeal? Like, this is so much better than what I usually make. There's a lot more sugar than what I would usually make, but the texture's better too. Like, it's like, I think I mess up oatmeal. And then I also got a little vanilla latte because I'm gonna go do a workout after I have digested, so I'm getting a little caffeine in. I have indeed for now given up on my giving up of caffeine. I had cut back to like 1 coffee a week, which is what I usually do, but lately I've just been loving coffee and no one's gonna stop me, except myself eventually. But for now, I'm enjoying it. If my hormones start doing funny things, I will indeed cut back on the coffee, but for now we seem to be good, so we're good. All right. So let's chat about my goals real quick. When it comes to my current aesthetic goals, I don't have any crazy goals by any means. I literally just kind of want to get back to about where I was post finishing Project Comeback, pre starting to go through all of my health issues when I basically had to quit exercise, led to a lot of things, gained 10 pounds, came off birth control, etc., etc. I was very, very comfortable and happy with where my body was at that point, and that's not to say that I'm not comfortable and happy with where my body is now. Like, I love it. I think I look objectively just as good. I just look different. And the only reason I want to move back towards more where I was before is that I just felt like it matched my personality better, honestly. Like, I feel less like me looking like this than I did looking like that. But that's just kind of my general goal right now, is basically just to lose a few pounds of body fat. A big chunky boy is here. Oh, now my camera is just falling. I have nowhere to put my coffee. This is a disaster. Pets for the good kitty. Anyway, where was I? My goals. Basically, just lose a couple pounds of body fat, but I'm doing it in a slow, healthy way that is not by any means going to jeopardize all of the hard work that I've put into my health. Like, I've spent the better part of the last year working on balancing my hormones coming off of birth control. I don't want to lose weight in a way that's going to undo all of that hard work and just give me more hormone imbalances. So I'm going to take you through my day, talk you through the various things that I'm doing to achieve these goals. Let me know down in the comments if you have any specific goals for summer, whether it be aesthetic goals, health goals, performance goals, travel goals. Oh wait, there's a pandemic. What are your goals? Let me know. I'm going to finish up my little latte and then head off to the gym.
Later.
Okay, I totally procrastinated and waited way too long to go to the gym post breakfast, so I'm having another little pre-workout snack, just a banana with a little bit of sad bruising cut off of said banana. Ooh, maybe I'll have like a slice or two of deli turkey too, just to get in some pre-workout protein. Sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. Now that I am aiming for specific macros, I always have some turkey with me and some chicken to get my protein in. This turkey is just like falling apart though. I am not sure what's wrong with it. Hopefully nothing. Hopefully I don't get food poisoning and die. I honestly think I might just take this with me in the car and snack on it on the way to the gym. It's a little bit of a drive, so it'll give me something to do. Made it to the gym. Finished my turkey, got some good protein in. The biggest thing that I'm focusing on to be able to achieve my goals is consistency. This is consistency in basically everything. Like, consistency is so important when you're trying to make sustainable, achievable goals that you won't lose like a couple months later. So for me, when it comes to exercise, consistency is the #1 thing that I'm focusing on. Until about only a couple weeks ago, every time I was going to the gym, I was doing something different. And this was just so that I could get back in the habit of going to the gym again. I wasn't really training with a specific purpose. It was more just to get movement in, do what felt good, do some resistance training, etc., etc., just like prioritizing health, but still lifting. But now that I have a more specific aesthetic goal, being super consistent with following an actual program is going to make a huge difference. So I'm actually following my program, Brains and Gains, the Gains edition. I went through and rewrote it just a little bit to be more specific to the aesthetic goals that I'm trying to achieve. I'm in phase 1 right now, which is the heavy phase. So low reps, heavy weight, just in there to crush it. I'm about 2.5 weeks into my program, and so far I'm absolutely loving it. Obviously, because it's my program. With Brains and Gains, you can train anywhere from 2 days a week to 6 days a week. I'm currently training 5 days a week, doing an upper-lower focus split. And so with my consistency, not only am I doing the same workouts week to week, because that's how you do a good program, but I am also making sure I'm actually getting in all of my workouts week to week with no excuses. The only excuse I will allow is if I ask myself the question, would it be a bad idea to do a workout right now? If the answer is yes, then I'm obviously not gonna work out. Like, if I got 0 sleep the night before, or I'm super stressed, or for some reason I'm like super sore, then probably not a good idea to work out. But if the answer to that question isn't no, like if it's not a bad idea to work out, I get my workout in no matter what, like no excuses. And just committing to that and deciding that I'm just gonna frickin' do the thing no matter what has made it a lot easier to be consistent. When you decide that excuses are not going to get in the way of your goals, like you decide that ahead of time, it's a lot easier to tell those excuses to go kick rocks and get to the gym anyway. So I'm gonna go do an upper body workout. It's the same workout that I filmed, I think last time I showed you guys the workout, so I'm not gonna film it again because it's already on my channel. We can just fast forward through it right now, and I'll meet you back here afterwards. Alright, I'm super sweaty. I also can't see, so I'm just gonna like half hide in the shadows over here. But one of the super important things about following a consistent workout program where you're doing the same workouts week to week is being able to add volume each week. So this week, I am stronger than I was last week. So from last week to this week, I added about 800 pounds of volume, where volume is reps times sets times weight. The way you make progress with resistance training is via progressive overload, which is adding reps, sets, and weights over time. So each week you want to be trying to add volume, and if you're not doing the same workouts week to week, it's really hard to keep track of how much volume you're doing. So I'm super stoked to be doing my own program. I will leave a link to it down in the description box below if you guys want to check it out. But the other thing that I'm being consistent with is water intake. I just polished off one of these babies. I've been getting through roughly 3 of these a day, so about 96 ounces of water a day. So I try to drink one of these with my workout, one after my workout, and then I'll usually have a pot of tea that's about 4 cups of water as well. Oh my god, it's really hot. I need to opening a door. Jeez. I'm so sweaty, and most of the sweat is just from sitting in my hot car. The reasoning behind being consistent with water should be pretty obvious. Water is just very necessary for proper bodily function. Like, if you don't drink enough, you die. The other thing about being consistent with getting enough water in is that overall, it helps you just appear healthier because it makes you healthier. Like, it helps you glow, it makes your skin look better, it adds more vibrancy. It just helps your body function better, which is overall going to make you look healthier, which overall just looks more physically attractive. So if you're trying to like look better for summer, one big thing you can do is just get consistent with drinking enough water. But when I say drinking enough, I don't mean like 4 gallons. You don't need to drink more than enough. You just need to be drinking enough. So for a little post-workout snack, I'm having 2 kiwis and a little bit more turkey. I'm gonna talk more about my nutrition and like what I'm doing with that later and how I'm being consistent with that as well. But I feel like today is a really good example of a not normal day of eating for me because I have like nothing prepped. I'm clearly not at home. I don't have access to my kitchen. I don't have all the groceries I normally would. Plain deli turkey and some fruit is not usually my go-to for a snack, but it's what I'm doing. If you guys watch my What Not Eating Days, you guys know that most days I cook at home. I have a little bit more variety, some more vegetables, all that good stuff, but today that's not happening, and that's okay. So something that can make consistency really difficult is lack of time. It's a lot easier to say, no, I need to skip this workout, or no, I don't have time to meal prep all of the good healthy things if you genuinely don't have a lot of time. It's one of the easiest excuses to fall back on, and it's something that I have consistently fallen back on a lot. So something that I'm working on to increase my available time during the day to be able to get all of the health things done that I want to get done, and also to reduce stress so that I don't, you know, constantly feel like I'm cramming things in order to get things done, is just working on strategies to boost my productivity so that I can be more efficient with the work that I do. And something that I noticed lately is I spend so long, like in the morning and in the evening, just scrolling on the various social medias, not doing anything productive, just scrolling. And this is becoming enough of a problem that I decided to actually like take a little class in productivity. So I'm taking this class on Skillshare called Productivity Today, Managing Attention in the Digital Age, and it's all about how to basically boost your productivity and efficiency while working, while having all of the distractions of the digital age. In the class, he goes through how to increase your attention span, decrease distractions, etc., so that you can get more done. And so far, I think the tips have been helping a little bit. I haven't finished the class yet. I think by the time I'm done, I'm gonna have a better grasp on everything that I need to do. But I was just sitting here going through the class right now because I think I finished most of the work that I actually need to get done. So now I'm working on how to do better work. It's taught by Kevin Siskar, who is a CEO at Finta and has a podcast called Ambition Today. He's pretty cool. Seems like he knows what he's talking about. It's not a very long class at all. It's just 34 minutes total. So I've just been sprinkling it in here and there, like while I eat or just after I finish working or whatever, just going through like one lesson at a time. For those of you who don't know, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for creative and curious people. You can take classes to help you dive deeper into your current interests or explore new interests or boost your productivity. There's a lot of classes about like health and nutrition and wellness on there. I told you guys last month that I've been incorporating the classes into my nighttime routine, and I am still doing that. I'm doing another one on writing also. It's been a great way to just like explore, learn, discover, grow in different areas that I want to dive into, but don't have the time to self-teach and would rather just have someone tell me what to do. So if you guys are like me, which I think you are since you watch my channel, and you like to learn and grow and explore and discover, I definitely recommend checking out Skillshare. The first 1,000 people to click the link in the description box below will get a free trial of the Skillshare Premium membership, and after that it is just $10 a month. So go check it out. I am going to watch the lesson on decreasing distractions right now. Then I'm gonna get dinner and we're gonna chat about the nutrition side of things and how I'm using that to get closer to my goals. I feel like this whole video is just me sitting on this couch in various positions, but I've basically just been here working all day. So it is what it is. And what it is dinner time. I got a salad from Chipotle with white rice, black beans, chicken, salsa, corn, cheese. I'm very hungry. Then I'm gonna have a little kombucha. A, because I love kombucha. B, because I need more carbs. Speaking of dinner and carbs, let's chat through what I'm doing with my nutrition really quick, because it may surprise you, given my goal is fat loss, that I am not currently in a calorie deficit. I'm currently eating more carbs than ever and eating at maintenance calories. I told you guys this in a previous video, but once I accomplished my health goals and decided to switch to more aesthetic focused goals, I decided to hire a nutrition coach because honestly, I just wanted it to not be my problem. I wanted someone else to tell me what to do so I could just do it, so that I didn't have the pressure on myself of being my own coach. Basically, I feel a lot of extra pressure to do everything perfectly because I am like an online coach and you guys are all watching me, and if things go wrong, well then I must be a massive failure. So I'm leaving it up to someone else. Also, I feel like coaches should hire coaches sometimes because it's useful and fun and you can learn a lot of things. So I started working with her almost 2 months ago. Her name is Lauren. I will link her down in the description. She is absolutely amazing. If you love my approach to food and kind of how I navigate relationship with food, you're gonna love her. So even if you're not looking for a coach, like, follow her on Instagram. And since working with her, I have been eating at maintenance, even though she knows my goal is eventual fat loss. And what we've done basically is in the first month, she slowly changed my macros around from what I was eating on average to a much higher carb diet. I'm also eating a little bit more protein than I was before. I have a video talking all about why carbs can be super, super helpful for fat loss. So if you're wondering why on earth I'm eating more carbs when I want to lose fat, I'll link that down in the description box below. But long story short, I am eating at maintenance right now. And this is because we are building a super strong foundation for me to eventually go into a deficit from. But there's no point in going to a deficit if you don't have a solid foundation laid. And so that's why I'm working majorly on consistency, so that I'm building that super strong foundation so that when I do go into a deficit, my body knows where it was and knows where it is, and it can respond to that. And this is why I love working with Lauren and why I picked her as my coach, is because this is my approach to things too. Like, if I were coaching me, this is what I would have told myself to do. It's what I wouldn't have wanted to hear, but it's what I would have told myself to do. So I'm really glad she's having me do this, because the more stable your foundation, the stronger the house you build on top is going to be. The house being your physique or your performance or whatever it is you're trying to build. Eventually, theoretically, she's gonna put me into a deficit. I will let you guys know when that happens. But for now, part of my fat loss plan is not losing fat for a while, basically, and just, again, building a strong foundation. So that's where I'm at with nutrition right now. You guys have expressed interest in me talking more about like working with a coach and how that's going, and I would absolutely love to do that. So if you have any questions about that, please let them down in the comments below. This is something that I really do want to address because I have found it immensely helpful even in these first couple weeks. But let me wrap up my nutrition really quick so I can get to eating this and binge watching Community. I am tracking macros. I'm aiming for precise macros every day. No, I don't feel restricted or obsessive or feel like it's taking a lot of time or have any negative relationship with tracking. Honestly, I think it's kind of fun, if anything. I see tracking and intuitive eating and everything in between as just a tool to achieve what you want to achieve. I'm on the higher end of the carb scale, the higher end of the protein scale, basically my body weight in protein, and then the lower end of the fat scale just by default because I'm prioritizing carbs and protein. And then as far as being consistent about it goes, I have been prepping a lot more food in advance, not meal preps, because that actually makes me feel restricted. Like, I don't do well with meal preps. What I do is I just have snacks on hand. I prep things in advance. So tomorrow I'm actually going to cook up a bunch of white rice, a bunch of chicken, and a bunch of oatmeal, just because those are things that are super easy to sprinkle into my diet to help me get to my macros easier. Like, I can basically eat what I want and then fill in the gaps with the things that I have prepped. I think that's all I have to say about my nutrition right now. Obviously there's a lot more that I could talk about, so let me know what questions you have in the comments. I just dropped a piece of chicken.
Nope, it's a tomato. We're not gonna eat that, that's fine.
All right, it's dessert time. Orson's mom, aka the girl I'm cat sitting for, has these cookies. I'm gonna have one of these because they're good and I want them. And then I recently discovered this amazing chocolate called Nonverbal. It's adaptogenic chocolate, which you guys know I love. I haven't tried this flavor yet, but the ones that I have tried are really good. This one is Calm. It has reishi and then Buplerum and Dragon Bone. I don't know what those second two things are. Cacao, coconut sugar, cacao butter, the thing, and oh, it's a blend of cool stuff. I'm gonna have to look into this. That's fascinating. And then some reishi. Y'all know I love reishi. So I'm gonna have half of this bar. And then I am heating up a pot of water to make some tea. I brought few various teas. I think I might do, yeah, I'm gonna throw 2 mint tea bags in there. Look at how cute my little dessert cup is. Getting my chocolate in every night is another one of the reasons I don't feel restricted at all tracking calories, because that's what I do when I eat intuitively anyway. Even if I weren't tracking my macros, I wouldn't be eating like a bowl of ice cream. I would still be reaching for chocolate. So I know that about myself. Like I know that intuitive Marissa likes to have like half a bar of chocolate at night. And so I just make sure to factor that in to my macros. The last thing that I am prioritizing consistency in an effort to achieve my aesthetic goals is sleep. For the last 2 or so weeks, I've been trying to not set an alarm and just go to bed at a consistent time and let my body sleep until it's done sleeping, as opposed to like cutting it off with an alarm. And this is why I've really been prioritizing trying to up my productivity. Taking that class on Skillshare is to have that time to let myself sleep as much as I need to. And it's not like I'm sleeping like 10 hours a day or anything, but to feel not stressed about letting myself sleep as much as my body might need to make sure I'm on top of my work. But sleep is just, it's so key in literally any goal that you might have that is health or fitness related. Sleep is where the magic happens, and if you are not getting good quality consistent sleep, that can completely derail progress, or at least make it a lot slower than it would be otherwise. If my sleep were cut down, I would not be able to train the way that I'm training right now. That said, it is time for me to start my nighttime routine. I'm gonna go hit the shower, do maybe like 1 lesson in my Skillshare writing class, then hang out a little bit, do some other stuff. Basically, I'm getting ready for bed. So I think I'm gonna end the video here. I feel like I covered a lot, but just like the overview of a lot. So if you want me to go into any specifics, let me know what you want to know about down in the comments below. Leave any questions that you have, ideas that you want me to explore, etc. In the meantime, if you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and your neighbors. If you want to see more videos from me all about health and fitness, you can check some out over here. Hit that subscribe button to see future videos from me. Hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I will see you very soon. Isn't that right, Orson? Yeah. Say bye. Bye.